Thank you so much for checking out my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing my brand new Rolex Explorer II, reference number 226570. Now, I make my living as a nature landscape photographer, so I'm always traveling. I've had my eye on this watch for a while, and now I'm lucky enough to finally have one. Open the box. And there it is. Now, first off, I do have to say, pictures and videos don't do this watch justice. Looking at it from the beginning, I just wanted this watch because it was robust and it's a tool watch that I need, and I go to these pretty harsh locations. I need the watch to keep up with me, as well as being at home in any formal event. Looks aside, I just wanted it for the tool aspect of it, but now having it in my hand and seeing it, it is an absolutely beautiful watch. And you can see I haven't even had this watch 24 hours yet, so I'm still kind of getting used to it. But I guess real quick too, what also comes in the box is a certification that this is accurate up to +2, -2 seconds a day. And if you open up the top here, this is just my warranty card, the booklet, and just the owner's manual on that. So back to the watch. Like I was saying, I didn't think it was all that pretty when I was just looking at pictures, but now having it in my hand, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I really like the 42 millimeter diameter of this. Lug to lug is 50 millimeters or just over. And the thickness of this is 12.5 millimeters. And it's such a good, handsome looking watch. And it feels good in the hand. It feels solid. I love the taper of the bracelet here. Very nice bracelet going through here. And I went with the polar dial. When I was first originally looking at this watch, I wanted the black dial. But then thinking, okay, I want to read this in really harsh conditions. Nighttime as well, the white just turned out to be a better option for me, and I'm really glad I waited for the white because this polar dial just absolutely pops. Now this model, the movement was just updated in 2021, I believe. This is now the 3285 caliber movement. And that again, +/2 accuracy per day, 70 hours power reserve, and it's an automatic winder. So it's got everything going for it. And Rolex, what really drew me to this watch was this thing is made to be beat to hell. And take a good look at it because it's never going to look this pretty again. We will beat the heck out of this thing on all our travels. And on that point, I'm really glad a lot of people were talking about this metal brushed bezel here was going to go to ceramic for its 50-year anniversary. I'm so glad it didn't. I like that it stayed this beautiful steel, brushed steel. It's so good looking, as well as ceramic doesn't scratch, but it does break if you hit it hard. And I have actually broken a ceramic bezel once before. So that I'm, again, glad they kept with metal, because I'm be honest, I'm looking forward to digging this up a little bit, beating this up. This is going to be used as an integral tool for my photography. So it will get beat up, and I'd much rather get a ding or a bad scratch than actually breaking the bezel. And this is water resistant up to 100 meters, so I'm never going to go that deep. Maybe at the most 10, 15 meters, so I definitely know I'm safe with this. The orange hand here, which is just a gorgeous pop of orange here. That's a 24-hour clock, which is going to be nice. We travel a lot, so I can always know what time it is back home or wherever I set it to. Being able to keep track of 2 time zones will be very helpful on the business side of things. Another funny thing with this watch, maybe it's the white polar, maybe it's the bigger case size, is the other Rolexes, I didn't really like the Cyclops eye on it. It works so well, and it looks great on this watch, the Cyclops. I was looking at the Explorer, just the base Explorer, when I first started looking at these watches, but it didn't have the date, and I was kind of staying away from this Cyclops, but I'm glad I decided not to, because it looks great and it really does function well. The lume here you can see is amazing, but it's almost one of those things. When I got this last night, the lume was great, but it's just so white with the polar dial. I still get a good look at the time, and that's important to me with my photography and timing out my exposures with this watch. Now you can see how it fits. I have an 18 centimeter, kind of 7.5-inch wrist, so I think this fits me absolutely perfect. I wouldn't want to go much smaller on this. The 40 might be nice, but I do kind of like this heft and the bigger dial size. It's so legible. It's so easy to read on a quick glance. I'll have another video coming out soon about my experience with my AD, how long it took to get the watch, what I did, what I didn't do, all that kind of stuff, the experience I had. So there you go. That was my unboxing of my brand new Rolex Explorer II. And like I talked about earlier, I'm really excited about this watch and getting it out in the field and doing everything it's capable of doing. And like what drew me to it was it's just as much at home in these extreme crazy environments as well as kind of a high-end event or party. So if you want to see more, we're going to be doing a lot with this watch. Hit subscribe, give us a like. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up with it. Cheers. Also, too, if you're interested in the photography side of what I do, please feel free to visit my website, shanewalls.com.